Hello everybody from Plant Reviews UK. Today is the 27th of March and I'm talking today about one of the most beautiful flowers you can get in spring in your garden or in your pots, and this is the hyacinth, the Hyacinthus orientalis, commonly known as Dutch hyacinth, garden hyacinth or common hyacinth. This is a species in the family Asparagaceae and subfamily Scilloideae, together with other very well-known flower plants, including Muscari, the Grape Hyacinths and the Squills. This species, the common hyacinth, is native to southwestern Asia, southern and central Turkey, Syria, Lebanon and Israel. It was introduced in Europe in the 16th century and has been widely cultivated since then because of the extremely fragrant flowers, and also very beautiful. The species have as bluish purple flowers, the wild species like this one. However, in selection has been obviously in the gardens have been selected different colors as well, including pink, white, yellows, and also very dark purple like this one. This is the hyacinth dark dimension. The hyacinth is a bulbous plant. It grows from bulbs and it has strap-shaped leaves, as you can see. The height varies, is usually between 15 and 30 centimeters long, and the leaves are produced in a whorl and a basal whorl and are quite succulent, very bright green. The flower stem is called a raceme, and the flowers are clustered in groups of 2 to 50 in the wild species. However, cultivated varieties can have up to 100 flowers. The flower is quite tubular, and it terminates with 6 lobes. The fragrance is very strong, is sweet and kind of honey scented. However, there are some notes that are really typical of a hyacinth that I'm not able to find in any other species. Definitely this is a plant that is absolutely great in fragrant gardens. On the top of basically being cultivated in gardens, you can grow it in pots, and also bulbs are also forced in between late summer and autumn with artificially cold period in order to make them trigger blooming in winter, particularly at Christmas time. The bulbs are about 3 to 7 centimeters across, and they are they have to be planted in autumn. Indeed, they are usually for sale between late August and November. That is the best time to get these bulbs planted. There is a legend involved these beautiful flowers. According to the legend, Hyacinth Hyacinthus, the Greek name, was a Spartan prince, and this was loved by the god of the sun, Apollo, but also as another admirer, Zephyr. Hyacinthus preferred the company of Apollo rather than Zephyr, and one day they were playing the discus. There is like a very heavy frisbee that obviously people throw in the air. So Apollo threw his discus, but Zephyr, that is the god of the spring wind, decided, because he was so jealous of Apollo, to basically use his power to direct the wind, blowing the discus on the head of Hyacinthus, who died instantly. Apollo tried to help his lover, unfortunately in vain, because he was already died, and where the blood from Hyacinthus touched the ground, a flower sprouted, and this was the hyacinth according to the legend. New sources actually analyzed the legend, also the Greek language, and they think that actually the what is called the plant was called Hyacinthus in Greece was not the plant we actually called hyacinth, but was another plant. However, in nowadays this legend for us is linked to this beautiful flower. Other than obviously this legend, I think this is a very charming flower, regardless the legend or not. It is really a gorgeous flower that is ideal in front borders, because you can see it is quite small, and also in front borders you can definitely appreciate better the beautiful fragrance. The plants are also great in pots, as you can see, and the bulbs, as I said, need to be planted in autumn in well-drained soil, ideally 10 centimeters deep and 10 centimeters apart. This plant is quite cold hardy, is hardy from USDA zone 4 to 8, so it is hardy throughout the United Kingdom where I live. And it is very important, the exposure of the hyacinth, ideally full sun or at least partial shade, even if in some cases they can flower even in light shade without any direct sun. However, really to make these plants bloom at their best is always better to give full sun. The plants are widely grown in the Mediterranean, but as I said, being quite cold hardy, they are very well grown throughout Europe and also North America and Asia. They're also obviously cultivated in gardens in the southern hemisphere in the temperate climates. The varieties I have are basically in the pot are my favorite, the bluish purple and the dark purple. The bluish purple, I think it is a very fragrant variety. I don't remember now what name precisely is this variety, because I didn't label, but I think that also I love very much the color of this one, dark dimension. You can see how incredibly dark the plant is. This plant is also fragrant, this variety, but in my opinion the bluish purple variety is actually more fragrant than the dark dimension. So really, if you go for fragrance, I would say go for the actually the most common varieties in the garden center, because I think these are the most fragrant. I have to say that I've seen pink, white and yellow varieties in garden centers also in bloom at the moment, because now obviously the garden centers do not sell hyacinth bulbs, because it's not, at least in the UK obviously, because it's not the right time to plant the bulbs, but they sell hyacinths in the green, like in pots, like I am like in front of me. And I didn't notice any big difference between the common varieties, the blue, pink, yellow or white varieties. Obviously, if you didn't notice any difference, it might be that obviously you have a more sensitive nose than mine, and please write in the comment below, because I'm very curious to know your opinion. In addition to be an incredibly beautiful plant for the garden, and obviously for indoor fragrance as well, because if you cultivate it in pot you can bring it indoors to appreciate the beautiful scent. The flowers are also used in France in the perfume industry. One precaution to remind about this plant is that the whole plant is poisonous, and particularly the bulbs. Some people are actually very sensitive, very sensitive skin, and even handling the bulbs can actually give irritation or reactions. Indeed, many garden centers provide gloves to put on your hands when you start handling the bulbs, deciding which ones you want to buy, and definitely I think is a very good precaution. And other than that, obviously, if you have kids or pets, please ensure that they don't end up eating hyacinths. The flowers, in addition to be extremely beautiful and extremely fragrant, are also beloved by pollinators, and bees are the most common pollinators of this plant. The seeds are produced by the hyacinth have a fleshy part called the lysome, and basically they are spread through myrmecophily. So there is the ants, myrmekos in Greek, are attracted by the lysome, this fleshy part of the seed, and they bring it in the nest to eat it, and then underground the seed can then germinate. However, the propagation of hyacinths is more easily done in captivity by offsets of the bulbs. As usual, I hope that you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, it would be great if you can give a thumbs up, and if you like these videos and this video and the other videos on my channel, it would be great if you can please subscribe. It is completely free for you, but in this way I get acknowledged by YouTube that people like my videos and my plants, so YouTube can support me to make more videos and more and show you more of my plants. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.